Gosh, it just amazes me every single time how incredible the power of Moldavite is, how everything starts to really speed up. It's like I can see farther. It's like everything I do is 100 times more powerful. Big changes are coming. But I bet you already knew that. So you could feel it. You could feel it all around you. You could feel it inside yourself, and you see it in all the relationships in your life. Not just relationships with people, but your relationship with everything that has to do with your reality. It's all beginning to change. It's changing rapidly. And I know it could feel intense because I'm here and I'm going through it too. Your Moldavite will help you. Your Moldavite will help you through this. It will. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you part of what these big changes are encouraging within ourselves and how you can tune into your Moldavite to find that help, to find that balance, to find that okayness, that readiness to allow these changes to happen. There's a lot that's changing in my life, personally. I recently put my Moldavite back on and activated it, and gosh, it just amazes me every single time how incredible the power of Moldavite is, how everything starts to really speed up. It's like I can see farther. It's like everything I do is 100 times more powerful. It's mind-blowing. There's some other things going on the earth right now too, with some other energy changes. Astrological, the moon, the solar flares. There's a lot going on, and if you know anything about that, if you have any tips to share with the rest of us about it, please share it below, because I don't know too much about that. I do know Moldavite though. And I do know that when things are changing rapidly, there's this part of me that feels fear. There's this part of me that gets really kind of resistant and tense to all the changes that are happening. There's so many changes happening right now. Even my partner and I are kind of looking at maybe two roads splitting up, going different ways. I'm not sure about any of it. I'm not sure about a lot of things, to be honest. There's a lot of things in my life I'm not really sure about. Maybe you have had that experience at least one time in your life, if not right now. Sometimes things don't make sense, but here's where the Moldavite comes in. It doesn't have to make sense, because you've got with you the most powerful transformational crystal that exists on our planet today. Yeah, there's a lot of other crystals. I talk about a lot of them too. So if this video is popping up and you've never seen me before, I talk about crystals all day, every day. Well, 3 days a week. So subscribe, vibe out. But when it comes to Moldavite, it comes to this. God, it just lifts everything up so quickly. It even expands the power of all these other crystals, and it's mind-blowing. But back to the main message. Things are changing right now. Huge energy changes, big shifts. And where are you in all of it? It's like you're kind of right smack dab in the middle, and you're like, oh my God, where is this going? I'd like to think I have kind of an idea of where I'm going, a direction. Maybe you do too. A direction for what you want your life to look like, who you're going to have there with you, what's your job going to be, and more importantly, what state are you going to be in this reality? What state? Because that's really the most important question. As humans, we like to really think about all the external stuff. I want it to be here. I want it to be there. I want it to be with them. I want it to look like this. I want there to be this much money. But at the core of all of it is a state. What you're really envisioning is a state of whatever it is for you. Freedom, happiness, security. We all are kind of moving in this different path a little bit. Like some people cherish security and comfort. Others cherish adventure and freedom. So no two people are going to have the exact same path. No two people are going to really line up with exactly with their values. And what's important right now to do with our Moldavite and all these changes is to tune into its metaphysical properties. Because when you do this, when you really zoom into this vibration, it becomes clear that you are an extraordinarily powerful being and that you really are creating your reality. Are you creating it consciously? Are you creating it unconsciously? Are you creating it from the place you think you are? Maybe you create your reality from a vantage point of consciousness that you're not even necessarily fully aware of yet, but you're reaching for it. You're moving towards it. You're on this journey. And that says a lot about you. Let me tell you something that happens to everybody who walks on this journey, everyone who takes the Moldavite path, everyone who opens up their awareness to something else that's going on here. Something else, there's something happening. You feel it. But you don't have to be anxious anymore. You don't have to be afraid of the fear that's coming up in your life right now, because your Moldavite is bringing it up for you on purpose. This is one of the most incredible benefits of Moldavite. There's no hiding from yourself when it comes to Moldavite. There's no hiding. No. You've got to look yourself square at your own self every single moment of every day with Moldavite. There's no dormancy. There's no ruts allowed. There's no stagnation, because life is always moving. It's always expanding, and change is clearly inevitable. If you've lived at least 1 year on this earth, you must have seen it by now. It's inevitable, change. But it's all right, because there's this catalyst of transformation. Right now, you may be going through a hard time. What does that mean? I don't know what it means for you. I've got certain external things happening in my reality, but that's not really what I look at. I look at personally, from my experience with Moldavite, I've learned to direct my attention to the inner reality. How do I feel? What state am I in as all of this is taking place around me? And suddenly, this part of me that felt so afraid, so anxious of all the things changing, it's like this sense of panic is arising within us, this sense of panic, this sense of fear, that you feel like you need to hold on to all this stuff around you. But the more you try to grab onto it, the more you try to hold on, the more that panic grows, the more this state starts to take you over. But the state is a choice. It's a decision. That's why it's time to keep your Moldavite on. It's time to make a decision that you are the change. You are. I see a lot of things changing in my life. A lot. And I do feel the fear. But I don't act from that place. I don't live from that fear. I just see it. And I move forward anyways. And I move forward knowing that my Moldavite has got my back, that I'm protected, that I'm safe, that everything that's happening is happening for my highest benefit. And when it comes to the Moldavite vibration, you can't even have the smallest piece. You could have a 0.0001 gram piece, and you're good. You're good. It would take me years to describe to you fully the energy and the benefit that Moldavite has amplified in my life. And I've become one with it. And I remind myself of that every day. I keep it on me. Because I can see clearly that while there might be some things changing around me, while I might be experiencing these energetic shifts that are happening on our planet right now, that I know I'm not the only one going through. I mean, who out there is willing to be honest and raise their hand in the comments and say, look, I'm feeling it. There's been tons happening. And whether you're seeing that externally or feeling it internally, oh, it's happening all right. It's happening for you. It's part of you remembering who you are. It's part of the process of releasing that which you are not. And that's what Moldavite's all about. It creates this state that scares a lot of people. That's why there's so much fear-based videos and information about Moldavite out there. Because people choose to live from the place of fear rather than seeing that the fear is a gift being shown to them. You get to learn who you are. You get to tap into a place within yourself of true power that you may have never seen before. When it comes to Moldavite, it comes to one single question. When it comes to these transformations right now on this planet, it comes to one single question. Would you rather just not experience any of the growth at all? Or would you rather liberate yourself by knowing that it's okay? It's life. It's your life. It's what's happening. It's a gift. You're growing. You're changing. Gosh, I was so depressed years ago before Moldavite came into my life, and I never could have imagined all these incredible things that are happening now. I never could have foreseen any of it. The magic that Moldavite has brought to my life is just truly incredible. So stay with the magic. Because the magic is all of the change that's happening. Stay with the change. Be with it. Go with it. See where it leads to. It always gets better. It never gets worse. Always becomes better. There's always more. There's no end to this experience, to this Moldavite transformation. None whatsoever. It just keeps going. Sometimes it's okay to get tired. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to sit down. It's okay to say, I just need a little bit of a chance to ground myself. But me, personally, I'm grounded in the Moldavite vibration. That's where I live. I live in the flame of transformation. I'm one with it, and I emanate it everywhere I go. The thing about fire, the thing about this fiery transformational power, the only things that burn away are what aren't yours. Because if something really belongs to you, then you don't have to hold on to it because it's you, right? So just let go. I know there's a lot going on right now. I feel it too, trust me. I'm not separate from all of this stuff. It's happening for me too. But just so you know, you really aren't alone. And there is a light at the other end of this tunnel that you might be going through right now. Give up. The change is still going to happen because you're that powerful. Only difference is, are you going to surf that wave and are you going to smile and laugh and say, holy shit, I did not see this coming. Woo, what a ride. Or are you going to be kicking and screaming the whole way, begging for mercy? Because the mercy is something you give yourself. It's a decision to enjoy the process rather than to be afraid of it. Your Moldavite is here for you. It's got your back. If you want to learn how to tune into your Moldavite more, how to expand the power to experience more of what I'm talking about this vibration that just lifts you up, it creates this catalyst of transformation unlike anything else, subscribe, because I've got a great video coming out next week on that very topic, and also some videos talking about cool Moldavite combinations and activations. And you're not alone. All right? You're not. And it will be okay. Because it is okay. It's only you living from that place of fear that creates your inability to see that. It's okay to have fear. I have it too. Just don't live from that place. Live from the place of your power. Moldavite will guide you, and you will always be guiding yourself. So listen. Listen more. Something's being said to you right now in this very moment. Are you receiving it? Thanks for liking this video. I'll see you for the next. Much love.